Today I am going to explore Gangnam, and then the next following days I'm going to look around Seoul as much as I can. I thought I would make this video where I share with you some of the best places to visit Seoul, especially because it's my first time. I will be doing some of the more touristy things while also doing some of the local things while following my mom and my family around.
Gangnam is known to be one of the wealthiest parts of Korea, and that's why Psy created the song Oppa Gangnam Style. The Starfield COEX Mall has a Starfield library that's filled with thousands of books, and at nighttime it'll also light up. It was a really hot day, so I grabbed some naengmyeon with my friend Nina. We're gonna go to the Line Friend store now. Hopefully we make it. But Nina's a great tour guide. My friend Nina taught me how to use the subway in Korea, and I realized we could really get to anywhere around Seoul without a car. Cool. We made it to the Line Friend store, and of course we went straight for the BT21 merch. In the US, there are only 2 Line Friend stores, and they're not as big as the ones in Korea. And then lately my days have been ending around 5 p.m. Now, it wouldn't be a stay in Korea if I didn't get either hair care or skin care. So this time I decided to go for a facial.
And we're going to clean our face. All done with my facial, and that felt so good.
Okay, story time. I was walking around Gangnam and I wanted to make a reel about how people dress in Korea because I felt like a lot of people are interested in Korean fashion. But as I was walking, I heard someone talking in English and I turned around and it was Newt and Arya. Next day we went to Gyeongbokgung Palace. Right across the street from the palace is the Hanbok stores. It's very affordable to rent hanboks in Korea, so I rented it for 2 hours for $11.61 USD, and then I also paid $3.87 USD to get my hair done. We are going to the palace and wearing our hanbok, but it rained today, so it's a little crazy. You definitely feel like you're in a historical Korean drama, and a lot of Korean dramas are actually filmed here too.
It has been raining all day long, and I wasn't sure if I could rent the hanbok, but they actually let us, and I would say that it's about 10% of the people here actually do this, and everybody else is dressed normally. We actually used Chinese characters as well, but they were pronounced a little bit differently. But then now we have the Korean alphabet. And we are all done with the palace. This is like a street food market and really good food. This market is a must, and everything that I ate here was delicious. I feel like the rice cakes in Korea must be made differently than the ones in America because all of the tteokbokki here was amazing. No one really pushes you to buy anything, so it's really nice to just be able to look around and see what you want to eat. Okay, so this may not be for everyone, but this was my first time trying yukhoe and nakji, and it was amazing. These two I really wanted to try while being in Korea. Wow. You dip it in sesame oil, and if you like sushi, then you'll probably like this too. We ordered more food, so I got tteokbokki and maya kimbap, which all came out to about $2.32. Then we got some Korean sausages and the mung bean pancake. Everything was really affordable here, and I ate until my tummy was super full. I felt like the public transportation was very similar to New York, but this is basically the map that you need to know. You just need to know the start and end of the stations, and then everything is color-coded as well as where you can make transfers. All of the subway lines are also color-coded, which is very similar to other places around the world. Good morning! We are at Ikseongdong, which is a very up-and-coming area in Korea. There are a lot of cute shops and a lot of coffee places, so we're gonna check it out.
코리아를 구경해주는 것도 너무 좋아. 이렇게.
There's a lot of places to take photos here.
In Korea, if you walk down an alleyway with a lot of people, you'll always find either a place to eat or a place to shop. There's also a lot of hair accessories here too.
요즘 사람들은 더 이상 편지를 쓰지 않아 왜 문자 하나에 다 담길까.
Now we're gonna go to Pukchon, which is a very historical part of Korea. We are nearing Pukchon village from Iksedong. It probably took about 11 minutes, so it is walkable. And I ended up just following people who are also wearing hanboks. 이쪽으로 가면 돼. It's free to walk in, so we just came in here to see what's happening. And they try to preserve this area as much as possible to keep the history alive. 안 보여.
멋은 없어도 나 지금 진지해 장난아.
You can also eat food over there at a restaurant. 엄마 뭐 봐요?
여기는 누가 사는 거예요? 여기요? 아니요.
양만이 누구야?
로얄 패밀리.
사실 달려가 너를 안고
We are now near Myeongdong and I am at the Lotte department store. I'm gonna go head over to Nike.
Many of the really big Nike stores in Korea will allow you to also custom make your shirt. So they have different patches as well as different screen printing options that you can add wherever you want on your shirt. After looking around the catalog, I was able to find the shirt that I wanted to make for my fiance. He wanted a finger heart on his sleeve while also making sure that the logo was something unique to Korea. It cost me about $43 to customize a Nike shirt as well as a Nike hat.
Jimin 떡볶이? 와. 오뎅하고 떡볶이 좀. 감사합니다. 받을게요. Myeongdong used to be like super poppin' for shopping, but it kind of died down after sea. There's still a few shops and a few vendors, but not as much as before. So much food everywhere. So that's Myeongdong. We are walking around Gangnam at nighttime now. I haven't really been out past 5 o'clock, so I feel like this is what I envisioned Korea to be. Yeah. Like
Hongdae was probably one of my favorite cities to visit because there are so many people and there's a lot happening. I went really early on a Friday afternoon because my family wanted me back home before it was nighttime. Usually Korea is really thriving at night, especially Hongdae where there's just a lot more people, but this was nice to be able to experience it for myself.
I am in Hongdae right now, which is a very popular place for a lot of younger people because there's a university close by. There's a lot of international people here too, and so some of the stores are playing westernized hip-hop versus K-pop. So we're gonna explore a little bit. I went to this store called Playground and they have a lot of Korean clothes, but something I was surprised by is that it's a one size fits all. So they assume that everybody here would be the same exact size.
There is so much to look at in Hongdae and definitely a lot of walking. You'll also find a lot of art box stores all around Korea. They sell random things that you might need or things that you didn't know you needed, but ultimately they sell a lot of stationery and a lot of cute pens. I also bought a foldable umbrella because it is constantly raining randomly in June. I found that there was another huge Line Friend store in Hongdae, so I also had to go there and check out my BT21.
Okay, I bought everything I needed.
I went to the Hyundai Seoul Mall in Yeouido and it is huge and also very pretty. It's one of the newer and bigger malls in Korea and they also sell a lot of food here. Next to Yeouido is also the Hangang River and this park is amazing. A lot of people come here to do picnics. Aside from touristy things, I've also been spending a lot of quality time with my mom. My mom wanted to eat at this seolleongtang place and turns out it is a Michelin guide restaurant. This seolleongtang was so delicious and then they also served Hanwoo beef, which is certified Korean beef. If you've seen my other videos, you know I love to work out, so I have been working out in Korea too. Last but not least, all of the convenience stores in Korea are incredibly practical. Many of them are 24 hours and they have everything that you'll need, so you won't ever go hungry. There are so many snacks to choose from, and they also have a hot water dispenser as well as some seats where you can have your food there too. The soft-boiled eggs are really popular here in Korea, especially for breakfast, and then of course the triangle kimbap. See you in my next Korea journal!
Lost but prefer not to be found.